Um, so I got a question for you. How often do you stress? Do you stress for things that are happening around you? Do you stress because you don't feel that you are not having enough time, or maybe because you don't have enough money, or maybe because of this whole president thing going on in the US? Um, do you stress because of COVID, because you don't know what the future holds? Do you stress because you want your house to be clean and it isn't? What things do you stress over? Do you stress over things that really, really matter, that are very important? Or are the things that you're stressing about things that you have in your mind, things that you have made up, things that you want to be in a certain way but they aren't? On what kind of things are you stressing about? The thing is that we're all different. Like I said before, we have different perspectives of things. And stress, you can really see stress there, how we're also different. Because you can put the same amount of, if you put 5 people in the same situation, those 5 people might feel totally different. You might have someone that gets really upset because, oh my God, that's not the way it should be. And then you have the other one that is like falling asleep because it's so boring and doesn't really give a damn about what the whole situation. If you think about it, like the whole election thing, people are so different when it comes to election. There are people that are very into it, and they get like mad and aggressive with the whole situation going on. And then there are people that are very, I don't care. It doesn't have to do anything with me. And whatever happens will happen. I can't do anything about it. And then you have all the people in the middle that they read, they are aware of the situation, but that's it. And then there are the ones that are like, oh my God, what will this mean to the economic in my country or whatever? So we're all very different. But the problem is that stress is something that it's very from back in the days when we were like cave people and something happened. If you think about if you put yourself in that time, when we lived in caves and we had to take care of ourselves so animals wouldn't hunt us, it should be the other way around and things like that. So stress was something that came up because it was a life situation, life or death situation, right? It was because the worry about, okay, an animal was coming to attack and you had to stress to do something about it. So it was either let him eat you or, strike back so you can actually feed your family, right? So that was a very short moment stress. And what happens when you stress is that you have the cortisol level that go up. But that's great when it happens in situations because you have to react right away, know what's going on, what's going to happen, what should I do. That's one thing. But the thing is that nowadays, as we live, most of us, I hope, we live in situations that we don't have to think about death and life situations. So what happens? People stress themselves out for different reasons. Like I said, we're all different. We have all different perspectives. There are people stressing about the whole presidential situation in the US. There are people stressing about the fact that the house is dirty. there are people that are stressing out because of the COVID situation, because you don't know what's going to happen. Countries are closing and people don't have an income. Like I said, it's different when it's life-threatening situations. But when you're stressed out all the time about different things, it might not be just one thing, it might be several things, that you put too much focus on things and you get stressed because it doesn't fulfill you, or because it doesn't get you to where you want to be, or it's not what you have expected of something or someone. So what happens then? The cortisol levels are up high all the time. The body's not made for that. The body's made for a quick cortisol level and a deep down, right? But these stress levels that are high all the time because of different aspects, different situations, the cortisol level is high. This does that it actually affects our body in many different ways. So one of the ones that I actually find very scary about this whole thing is the fact that it calcificates the part of the brain, where you have the memory and learning section, right? So that means that if you have a lot of calcium going on there, you want calcium to go to your bones, to your teeth, to be strong, right? You don't want that in your brain where it's blocking your memory and it's blocking your way of learning. And for me, being a 33-year-old mother, there's always the elasticity of my skin. That's also something that call me superstitious if you want to, but I do want to have a nice skin and to take care of it, because it's actually one of our biggest, organs in our body that is actually protecting my body. So it's not because of the way I look, it's because it's protecting my body and I want to take care of it. So the elasticity actually disappears, or I'm not sure if that's the right word, but the elasticity is not at its top when you are stressing out. Another thing is the muscle mass. The muscle mass actually shrinks. And those are only like 3 things about what happens in your body when your cortisol levels are too high, when you're stressed out. So the whole purpose of this live that I'm doing today is actually just to make you think once or twice. Are the things that you're stressing about really worth, making your body feel bad? Deteriorating parts of your body? Is it worth it? I feel that there are so many people stressing about things that aren't life-threatening. And I know I have said this before, but sometimes the best way to really think about how important something is if you go back or go forward, basically, and you're on your deathbed. Will that even matter then? Will it matter if you have, this whole situation with COVID? I know we will remember it, but will it matter that we stressed about the situation that we had no control over? The best thing we can do is to take care of ourselves and take care of the people around you, right? So if you're sick or if you feel anything, stay at home. But being stressed about it, is it really needed when you can't do anything about it? And that's another thing, that there are so many times we can feel stressed for things that we have nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing we can change. There's nothing that we can, I mean, like this president, the whole election thing in the US. I mean, me being in Sweden, I have nothing to do with that. But there are still so many people worrying about it in other parts of the world. And of course, it can make some changes in the world. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, is there anything I can do about it to change it? If the answer is no, then why stress about it? If you don't know the result, why stress about it? Because we have this humongous imagination, which is great. It's great if you use it the right way. But if you use it all the time in thinking all the negative stuff, and you're stressing about it, and you have a sore stomach, and your cortisol level is high, is it worth it? And it's coming more and more because they're making it more research about it, how many of the sickness that we have today are based on stress. I was reading an article the other day about how the cells, how environment is, how it actually makes our cells react differently, and how that can actually, if you're stressed out, if there are things going on, if you are like mad all the time, that actually can make the cells turn out to tumors. Whether it is true or not, if it is, let's say that they have like really said, yeah, that's the way it is. I mean, there are so many sicknesses that are based on the way you react on things, the stress levels and everything. Is it worth making your body feel so sick and making your body sick because you're stressing about things that you have nothing to really do anything about, or that you're stressing about things that haven't even happened yet because we're just thinking the worst case scenario? I think it's much easier to, think about that, how it affects your body, how it affects you, how it can actually lead to something much worse because all the stress, instead of just letting go of things and really thinking about, okay, is this even worth it? I heard the other day a guy that said that he's because he's not a person that wants to react when bad things happen. He's like, well, yeah, okay, and especially when it comes to people that he meets, and instead of being stressed about the other person because of whatever situation this person is putting you through, to actually just basically neglect the situation, because he said, if I get stressed out because of another person, that person is actually winning. And that really got to me because I felt like, yeah, I mean, it's easier to think that way because I will let go much easier of whatever shit someone is saying or whatever someone is putting me through. I'm not saying it's easy to let go of things, especially when you're used to, things should be in a certain way and things should be this way, and I should, I should be right here, but I'm right here. Because sometimes we have huge expectations of ourselves, of the people around us, and other people might not even know about it. So you're stressing out, and the other person is like, everything is good, life is good. And you're actually stressing and making your body feel bad without any reason. Just because you have a certain thought of things to have to be a certain way. So like I said, I think the best solution is when you're stressed out about things, when you feel that, your level is so up high, to let go. To let go of whatever it is that is stressing you out. To really think about it. Is this something that I can do? Is there something I can do about it? Is it really important? Is it life-threatening? Is it worth to make my body get sick because of this? Whatever reason it might be. If it's because of your boss, or if it's because the COVID, or if it's because your house is not clean, it doesn't matter. But whatever reason it might be, you have to react and reflect on yourself. Is this worth it? Is this stress worth making my body feel sick or get sick in the long run? Is there something I can do to change it? Is there someone I can reach out that help me to change it? Do I really have to have these high expectations of myself or of anyone else? Because when you don't have expectations on anyone else or on yourself, life goes pretty smoothly. So you guys, I just wanted to pop in and talk about stress. This is just a little bit about how stress actually can do so much in our bodies, that it can actually lead to so many other things. And it's more not because I want to freak you out or anything like that. It's more because I want you to realize that not all stress is necessary. That maybe we have to change the perceptions that we have, the expectations that we have, to actually have a smoother life and enjoy it more, and to have a healthy body. And I think with this whole COVID situation, I think more and more people are realizing the importance of having a healthy body and having a healthy lifestyle. And it's not only about moving and exercising and eating correctly and only eating greens and fruits. It's not only that. It's about your mental health and how you react to things, because that actually affects your body too. So, when you're stressed out, what should you do? Think about it. Is this worth it? Is this a life-threatening situation? Is there something I can do about it? If you can't, there's no need to even think about it. Am I making up things in my head, thinking the worst case situation? In that case, let it go. Are my expectations too high on myself, on someone else, on a situation? Is this something that the day I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to look back at? If the answer is still no, let it go. Is it worth making my body sick? If it isn't, let it go. And really just think about it through once, twice. Go ahead in your head when you're stressed out. Why am I stressed out? Is it because my family brought me up a certain way and things should be this way? That's a perception. That's something that we have been taught to believe, that things should be a certain way. And it doesn't have to be like that. Like I said, there are people that are probably, women or men that are like 40 and they want to have a family and they feel stressed out because I'm getting old. It's too late. Especially for women, the biological clock is clicking, right? That's something that people also stress for. I don't know if you are one of them, but that's a perception. That's something that someone has put into your mind. I mean, yes, the biological clock is nothing that someone's put in your mind. That's the way it is. But there's so many ways to have family. There's so many people, there's so many children that need another person to take care of them. It doesn't have to be mom daddy situation. So just think through it. I mean, what are the reasons why you stressed out? And really go through it. Is it worth it? Is there something I can change? Is there something I can do about it whatsoever? And I know when you're stressed, because I tell you, I have been stressed myself. I have had problem with my stomach because of that, like 15 years ago. So I'm happy that it's over now. But just the fact that to just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth and just relax and feel how you get like this. Just think about everything that's good around you when you breathe in. And when you breathe out, you just let go of everything that it feels heavy, that you feel stressed about, that you have nothing that you can do about it, and just let it go. So every time you breathe out, you just let go and you feel how your body just relaxes. And just breathe and hold your hand to your heart. And when you feel that the stress has got down, then just... You guys, I want everyone to have a healthy, wonderful life and enjoy it, and really enjoy it to the fullest. And stress is not something that helps. Stress is not part of it. Not this constant stress. So you guys, I wish you all a great end of the weekend. And if you haven't seen on my link on Facebook, I have my Zumba. It's free. So until tomorrow, like 24 hours from now, you will be able to dance Zumba 40 minutes. Whether you do it tonight, today, or if you wanted to do it tomorrow to start the day in a great way, it's really fun. And it's free. And yeah, I just did it because I felt that I have to put out some great fun energy out there. And so please go on and enjoy it. Sign up. Like I say, it doesn't cost anything. So you guys, like I said, I wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.